Hello again and welcome back to another one. And we got a new clip of Eminem that surfaced shortly after Melle Mel dropped his diss that shows Eminem signing an original sealed copy of Infinite that reportedly would go for $25,000 with a portion of the profits going to charity. So man's unfazed by the drama he's caused with his verse on Realist. We've already covered stories of El Jamar crying on his podcast, and Melle Mel's response has got fans on the internet reenacting what they believe to be Eminem's response to hearing Melle Mel's diss for the first time. Oh, there's more.
Make them hate the great. Think you are, but you ain't. Still, you made a mistake. Hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And great news, Realist finally hit #1 on the US rap chart, which makes it 13 countries, I believe, in which it has hit #1. But something quite interesting has happened for the song. East African country Mozambique becomes the first country in which the song hit #1 across all genres of music. And this is quite ironic, based on the popular narrative that we constantly hear about Eminem from US media journalists and critics. And Eminem was on CNN recently talking about the creation process, on how he already had the beat and Dre and Eminem loved it when they heard it, and so they made Realist. And moving on, today we'll be focusing on Fat Joe's take on Melle Mel deciding to diss Eminem, and at the latter part of the video we'll be exploring an interesting exchange between King Crooked and Chuck D that stemmed from the Melle Mel vs Eminem discussion that puts a new perspective on Melle Mel's Eminem diss in my opinion. And starting with Fat Joe, he used Melle Mel vs Eminem's situation to send word to the pioneers of hip-hop, as he believes that they constantly stand in their own way. Check this out.
Sometimes Kool Herc is narrating the whole thing. Sometimes the old school.
I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there.
Sometimes they stand in the way of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Now I see Melle Mel wants to battle Eminem. Oh my God, this is out of control. Like, yo, Melle Mel, he's my OG. He's the guy I look up to. But Mel, like, you know, okay, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. Sometimes, I got the illest story in the world to say in my life, but sometimes, unfortunately, our pioneers stand in the way of their own bag.
Like, think about it, Eminem never misses a chance to show appreciation for the pioneers, but Melle Mel has stayed salty about Eminem for years, and as far as I know, this goes back to nearly 9 years ago, and Fat Joe has shared a short story about how a certain pioneer once stood in the way of their own blessings.
I'll tell you one story. There was one pioneer who was getting a block named after him. And the day before, say they doing it on Friday, I was there, Cardi B, everybody you name was there. The Thursday, he said he wanted 50 cash in the bag to New York City, to the mayors and all that. If he don't get 50 cash, he not showing up. Well, guess what? The next day, they showed up with a new sign that said Hip Hop Boulevard or Hip Hop Way. And he had a block that was gonna be named after him. And so you block your blessings too much. We don't love you. We overlove you. We worship you. Joe Conso said he was there too. Yo, you can't make it up. I'm not capping. And so listen, my pioneers, my legends, don't block your blessings, man. Get to the bag. We don't have a situation where we take care of our pioneers. You know, and they deserve it, because we wouldn't have it if it wasn't for them.
And if you recall, Fat Joe never supported this whole drama from the get-go. Months ago, when it went viral that Melle Mel was trashing Eminem, Fat Joe stated back then,
I never in my life disagreed with Melle Mel, but this time I'm gonna have to disagree with him. But I'm still hesitant because of the respect or the culture I have, that I salute him so much that I to disagree with him publicly, so we have this where in the black, brown community, hip hop, we don't, we be like, even if we disagree, we just shut up.
And moving on, while King Crooked has already revealed that he doesn't like Melle Mel's Eminem diss, before it dropped, King Crooked responded to this take that led to a revelation. Just because Melle was one of the first to do it doesn't mean he's one of the best ever to do it. Props for paving the way, but his skills are subpar. But what do I know? I'm just a white kid from Pennsylvania. And Chuck D joined the conversation in reaction to Crook's response to this take, where we got some history lesson. So when Crook responded, some lesser skilled MCs have won battles against more skilled rappers before, but I'm kinda not expecting a normal rap battle type vibe here. This is a battle of ideas that revolve around two questions in my opinion. One, how much leeway do we give the pioneers just because they are pioneers? Two, what is true or false about M's huge presence in the house of hip-hop? And Chuck D's response to this discussion was eye-opening in my opinion, and it put some perspective on Melle Mel's Eminem diss. Criteria was different. MCs were ranked by voice first, then bars. Mel was on a mountain alone because if you sounded like a boy or a teen without vocabulary, getting a microphone was impossible, much less a studio. So if it was voice first and then bars later, this puts an interesting spin on Melle Mel versus Eminem. Perhaps Melle Mel expected his voice to do the heavy lifting when he was counting to 8 in his Eminem diss. I'll be looking forward to your thoughts on this. Like and subscribe for more, and see you on the next one.